Hey friends, this is Chidima, also known as the Type A Hippie, and I am working out after teaching a yoga class. So I apologize for taking so long with this week's video blog or vlog. So a lot's going on. I'm teaching in a lot of different places. So primarily Ipsy Studio, teaching indoor cycling and yoga, various styles of yoga, which I'm really excited about. Let's see what else. I'll be in Boston for a week for work, and let's see what else is going on. Not too much. I guess it makes sense to remind everyone to engage in self-care and do things that are meaningful to you, especially during the holiday season. It can get really out of hand in terms of feeling like you need to keep up with the Joneses and buy a bunch of stuff for family and friends or a partner or your children. And it's really important to be mindful that only you know what makes sense for you. So to thine own self be true. I started doing this thing, I would say maybe a year ago, where if I knew that I had a loved one that had a milestone or a birthday coming up, and I knew that I wanted to give them something, I did it on my timeline and not necessarily the timeline of the event. So for baby showers, for birthdays, for bridal showers, weddings, I would select something that was within my budget. It may or may not be on the registry, but the recipients always knew that it was coming from my heart, and that was the most important thing. And so I was able to honor them and honor myself simultaneously. It was really important for me to stay true to self, because I've often gotten myself into big trouble, specifically financial woes, because I've been trying to keep up with what other people were doing. So at the end of this month, God willing, I will have not bought any new pieces of clothing in the last 2 years. So the fine print to that is that if I've needed something like a winter coat, which I bought a year ago, that doesn't count. And if I needed something, I would use funds that I've received as gifts in order to purchase the thing. So there was one time for yoga teacher training in which I'm a part of the leadership, Z-Flow, Power Yoga. I needed to buy a tank top so that we could get our staff t-shirts made. And so I had a gift card from Amazon, and so I looked on Amazon to find a blank tank top that I liked the shape of and that fit me well. And so I got that, and that's what I used for that assignment, if you will. So I've been doing things like that, and so I haven't purchased any new pieces of clothing so how can I put it so that it's honest and true? I haven't bought any pieces of clothing that were not actually paid for by someone else. I've been extremely mindful about how I spend money, and that has been a good thing. Some of you are probably way down the path and have already been spending your money wisely for many, many years. I'm just getting on that train, and so it's all good. Better late than never, right? So be mindful, as it's gift-giving season for any number of faith perspectives, that only you know what's happening in your bank account. So please don't succumb to any pressure, outside pressures, about what you need to do, how you need to act, what you need to dress like, etc., etc. I have a holiday party, that's why I'm going to Boston for work, and I'm going to shop my closet. You would be amazed at what you will find in your closet. Even do something where get together with your friends. It seems to work a lot easier for women, but men can probably do this too. Get together with your friends, read your closet, shop your own closet, figure out what you haven't worn in a long period of time, and put those as cast-asides or castaways that you would like to regift or to release to new owners. Grab a bottle of wine or grab a bottle of sparkling juice and get together, have some apps and appetizers, not apps for your phone, and get together with your friends and say, you know, this is what I would like to release to you all. And have everyone do that. And you would be amazed at what new treasures you come home with. Anything that's not used there could always be donated to recovery centers, treatment centers, shelters, I would say domestic violence shelters, anything that, any nonprofit organization that benefits a cause that is dear to your heart, or that you can think of that could benefit from washed and gently worn or used garments, please, like, give. Now is the spirit more than anything. And so every day is a day to give thanks, right? Not just on one day a year. And just because it's the end of the year and this is when we get oftentimes nostalgic and wistful, doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of this season and how open people's hearts tend to be around this time of year and give. It's just an amazing thing to be able to do. So that is all for me. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and one another. My name is Chidima, also known as the Type A Hippie. See you soon.